The big-budget Geostorm cost at least $120 million to make. Elsewhere, Only the Brave hopes to appeal to Trump supporters. Tyler Perry's comedy horror sequel Boo 2. A Madea Halloween is off to a solid start at the weekend box office, while environmental disaster epic Geostorm and Michael Fassbender star The Snowman are melting down, according to early returns. Boo 2 is tipped to gross $7 million $8 million on Friday from 2,388 theaters for a projected $22 million $23 million debut, more than enough to win the crown, but behind the $28.5 million opening of Boo. A Madea Halloween in October 2016. Perry, who directed the Lionsgate release, reprises his role as Madea. This time out, Madea, Aunt Bam, Cassi Davis, Viv, Chandra Currelley-Young, and Hattie, Patrice Lovely, take a vacation to a campground with their family members, only to encounter monsters, goblins and boogeymen. Boo 2. A Madea Halloween. Read more. Weekend box office. Tyler Perry's Boo 2 scares up $760K in Thursday previews. The news is grim for Skydance Media and Warner Bros. Geostorm, which cost at least $120 million to make, and marks the featured directorial debut of Independence Day producer Dean Devlin. Starring Gerard Butler, the big-budget movie is expected to earn roughly $4 million $5 million in Friday from 3,246 theaters for an abysmal $12 million $13 million domestic launch. Geostorm is counting on a strong international run, where it has posted promising numbers in several Asian markets. The troubled production required $15 million in significant reshoots, with producer Jerry Bruckheimer brought aboard to help. In the film, the world's climate change control system, a network of satellites built to prevent natural disasters and keep the human population safe, goes haywire. A satellite engineer and former space station commander, Butler, must fix the problem before a worldwide geostorm is unleashed. Jim Sturgis, Ed Harris, Andy Garcia and Zazie Beetz also star. Geostorm, launching in the wake of devastating hurricanes Irma and Harvey, wasn't screened in advance for critics. To further delay reviews, the movie didn't hold Thursday night previews, which is unusual for a mainstream offering. Universal and working titles adult skewing thriller The Snowman is also melting down after being ravaged by critics. The modestly budgeted movie, costing $35 million to produce, currently shows a 10% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, marking the worst rating of Fassbender's career. Gerard Butler. Read more. Warner Bros. Skydance's Geostorm undergoes reshoots, brings on Jerry Bruckheimer, exclusive. Snowman is pacing to gross $1.6 million from 1,812 theaters on Friday for a $4 million $5 million debut. Directed by Tomas Alfredson, the film is based on the Joe Nesbo bestseller of the same name about a determined detective on the trail of a serial killer. Rebecca Ferguson, Charlotte Gainsbourg, Val Kilmer and J.K. Simmons also star. Working title and Universal are counting on Snowman to make up ground overseas, where it has already earned $10 million from its first few markets. A wild card at the box office this weekend is Only the Brave, from Black Label Media and Sony. The film, which recounts the real-life story of the Granite Mountain hotshots who battled against the 2013 Yarnell Hill fire in Arizona, is hoping to appeal to America's heartland and Trump supporters. Playing in 2,577 theaters, the critically acclaimed Only the Brave is projected to gross $2 million on Friday and $6 million for the weekend, putting it ahead of Snowman. Earlier this week, Vice President Mike Pence attended a Washington, D.C. screening of Only the Brave, which stars Jeff Bridges, Josh Brolin, Jennifer Connelly, Taylor Kitsch and Miles Teller. Read more. The timing for Geostorm couldn't be worse. Elsewhere, faith-based distributor PureFlix finally releases Same Kind of Different as Me, starring Greg Kinnear as an international arts dealer who befriends a homeless man, Jaimin Hounsou, in order to rescue his marriage. Renee Zellweger, Jon Voight and Olivia Holt also star. The film, playing in 1,362 cinemas, is expected to open between $2 million and $3 million. Paramount, which made the film adaptation of the book of the same name, was originally set to open Same Kind of Different as Me in April 2016, but later dropped the film from its release calendar and partnered with Pure Flix. New offerings at the specialty box office include Amazon Studios and roadside attractions Wonderstruck, directed by Todd Haynes and starring Oaks Fegley, Julianne Moore, Michelle Williams and Millicent Simmons.